And as we move further into the 6 o'clock hour, you take a look outside and gotten a little bit darker, a little bit cloudier. And First Alert meteorologist Trey Fulbright explains to us why things have changed in the past hour and what to expect later this evening. Trey?
Yeah, Josh, thunderstorms are moving in from the west this evening, and we are keeping a close eye on Columbiana County right now, just to the west of Beaver and Lawrence County, where there is an active tornado warning just to the west of the PA-Ohio state line. This storm has had a report of a funnel cloud. That funnel cloud report came in a couple of minutes ago near south of Big Arb's campground in East Rochester, Ohio. So that's where that funnel cloud report was with that storm. I will note that while this storm is tornado warned at the moment, you see the storm coming up from the south and west near the Salineville area. That is moving up toward that cell, and it will start to disrupt its inflow. So that could cause that cell to weaken as it moves toward northwestern Beaver County. We're going to keep a very close eye on it, though, because there has been a funnel cloud report and it is showing signs of rotation. The other storm that is not severe warned yet at the moment is this one over eastern Beaver, southwestern Butler County. New thunderstorm gradually taking strength right now over the Cranberry area. What I'll do is slice through that storm and show you that the tops are gradually starting to pick up on that. So the storm updrafts are gradually strengthening, and we are seeing an increase in the amount of lightning in that storm as well, which is a sign that that storm is gradually maturing. Down to the south, non-severe showers in place right now across Washington County, a cell approaching areas near the Cannonsburg area, and then additional non-severe thunderstorms approaching areas just to the west of the airport back into southern portions of Beaver County near the Frankfort Springs area. This cell here to the south and west across parts of southwestern PA and southeastern Ohio, that storm was tornado warned back near the Cambridge area. That has since weakened, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning out for far southwestern Greene County. We'll see if that cell holds together there. The greatest potential for severe weather this evening going to occur generally in the outlined red area. Any storms that interact with that blue dashed line, that is an outflow boundary that was left in place from some morning rain showers, and sometimes when storms interact with those boundaries, they can briefly rotate. So we're going to have to watch any cells that latch onto that boundary very closely, especially in the parts of Beaver, Butler, and Lawrence counties. Severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 1 a.m. I think the core of a severe weather threat will end by that point or before that point, and the main threats this evening will continue to be wind damage. That is our overall main threat with the storms, but there is a very low end tornado potential and hail as well. The heaviest of the rain and thunderstorms moving across the I-79 corridor, Pittsburgh Metro, as we get closer to 8 to 10 p.m. this evening. I do think we'll gradually start to see a wane or a decrease in the amount of severe weather after 10, but there will still be thunderstorms ongoing into the overnight hours. Those cells will move off into the Laurel Highlands, and we'll be left with a few showers to start Friday morning. Now watch what happens with that cold front. It does start to stall out down to the south, and that will become the focus for some heavy rain to move in tomorrow night into Saturday morning. And we could see some locally heavy amounts, especially along the I-70 and I-68 corridors. That's where we could see upwards of an inch to an inch and a half of rain. Let me jump over to the 7-day forecast, because things are going to be active the next several days across our area, but things do start to improve by Sunday. We will see a lower storm chance after some patchy morning fog, up to 86 as we head into Monday afternoon, and then a heat ridge builds in early next week. That's going to put our temperatures back into the lower 90s with high humidity by next Tuesday and Wednesday.